Many guitarists fail to see the intrinsic connection between chords and scales. The missing link is the very source of both these elements, intervals. Both chords and scales can be seen as groups of related intervals, chords being a vertical or harmonic arrangement of these intervals, scales being a horizontal or melodic arrangement. If you've not explored this intrinsic relationship between melody and harmony before, then this series of lessons may completely change the way you approach chord playing, and best of all, it's simple to learn. We're going to start with some simple triad harmonization using the top 3 strings of the guitar. First, we need to establish our parent key. For this example, we'll be in A major. This means we'll be harmonizing the A major scale. Theoretically, we're going to be superimposing 3-string chord shapes onto an A major scale pattern. Eventually, you'll see the scale underneath each chord you play, which, as we'll explore later, will allow you to embellish your chords wherever you are on the neck. As we're in the key of A major, our first chord will be A major. This is known as the 1 chord or tonic chord. Our root of A exists in a number of places, but let's start in the open A position, where we can build our first triad shape. We can play another A major shape at the 5th fret, and a third A major shape at the 9th fret. So these are our 1 chord triad shapes on the top 3 strings. Try playing between them. Essentially, these shapes give us 3 inversions of the same chord, but practically speaking, we have 3 positions in which to play the chord. Now, what if our key was B major? We just move these shapes to a B root as follows. So your first challenge is to ensure that you can locate the tonic chord of any key in these 3 positions. See the lesson page to help with this. Now, as the major scale has 7 degrees, so too can we build 7 chords. Going back to the A major key, A major was our 1 chord. From the first position, we can move to the 2 chord shape as follows. Try to internalize how it appears in relation to that 1 chord by playing between them. Notice how each note in the chord has been moved up by 1 scale degree to get to the next chord. This is known as harmonizing the scale. Moving to our second 2 chord shape. Again, we should practice moving between it and its nearest 1 chord. Finally, the third 2 chord shape. This process continues from the 3 chord up to the 7 chord, with 3 positions or inversions for each one. You can find all these diagrams on the lesson page. All we're doing is taking 3 notes from the A major scale at a time and harmonizing the scale in 3 positions. You should practice randomly moving between these positions and between different chords in the scale. So you can see how using these 9 simple triad shapes, 3 major, 3 minor and 3 diminished, give you full horizontal coverage of the fretboard and full triad harmonization of the major scale. But more importantly, because of how economical these chord fingerings are, we can move very quickly between shapes and create more dynamic melodic expression with our chord playing. Take a listen to this exercise in A major. In fact, these fingerings are so economical that we can condense an entire key into just 4 frets. There's also the option of using two-string harmonization as follows. That was a very simple example of harmonizing the major scale in thirds. You'll hear this kind of melodic harmony used in a lot of music, blurring the lines between lead and rhythm playing. It's these blurred lines between melody and harmony that I want you to be fully aware of and explore, as it represents the convergence between scales, chords, and also arpeggios right across the fretboard. See the lesson page for more ways to help you visualize this convergence. In the next part, we'll look at how we can use these same triad shapes to create more elaborate chord voicings, such as extended and added tone chords in a given key. Cheers.